Hello, welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to be watching Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 9, which I am excited for. Partly even more excited because Gus has, he's excited for me, asking when I'm going to watch it, said it's going to be a good episode. So hopefully that will be the case. I'm sure I'll enjoy it, but I'm excited. One thing he did mention as well with my last video that I just totally spaced over, the fact, when Arya used her sword to turn off the lights, to cut the candle, make the room dark, it didn't dawn on me at the time, and it makes so much sense. Like, she was used to being blind for so long, and now without the light, I mean, that's how she was able to survive. She can survive in the dark. I mean, that's incredible, because like the other character said, that she's a better fighter than Arya. Arya always loses her fights against her, but she wasn't prepared for the twist of doing it in the darkness. And obviously Arya, being blind for so long, is just a better fighter in the dark. So that's pretty incredible. I'm so glad Arya is okay. I don't know what I hope for her. I'm just glad she's alive. I want to see more. Looking at the little continue watching Game of Thrones, it shows some of the wildlings, so I would presume that there's going to be a battle. I hope that Jon Snow and Sansa, I hope they have enough help. If she did really send a raven to Peter Baelish, I hope he gets it in time. I hope he reacts and can help them. It sounded like with her uncle, I mean, obviously her uncle is dead now. Whether or not their army will come assist, I don't know. I mean, her uncle was making it sound like he didn't have enough men to even help Sansa out. He barely had enough men to hold the castle. Obviously, Jaime Lannister, they took that over. There's a lot that hasn't happened yet, and we're almost to the end of the season. Cersei Lannister, we don't know what's going to happen with her. We know that she can't use trial by combat. I mean, there's just a lot of unanswered questions that hopefully we'll get those answers soon. At the same time, if there's a big battle, I want to see mostly just the battle, but I'm also curious what's going on with Miss Khaleesi, the queen of dragons, mother of all dragons. We don't know how that's ending. There's just a lot of unanswered questions at this point. Brandon, we don't know how Brandon's doing with his uncle. Jon Snow is, everybody's uncle on the Stark side of things. But there's just a lot that I want to know. I want to know what's going on, and hopefully we'll find out some of that today. I'm excited for this episode. If you're excited as well, consider leaving a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's jump right into this. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Woo-woo. Oh snap.
Kill every last one of their soldiers and return their cities to the dirt. That is my plan.
Yeah, and you better do it quick. I don't think this is the time for the conversation. I think you need to react and go out and just kill them all. Yeah. But I mean, she does have more army now, with what happened in the previous episodes, so she's got more support there. But yeah, they need to wipe out all the Masters. Just destroy them. They already tried. They tried to make peace with them. Tyrion tried to make peace with them. Gave them 7 years. I mean, come on. You'd think they would at least waited 7 years before they went on the attack. But there you have it. I mean, that Tyrion was wrong. I hope they don't punish him for it. He did do his best. I feel like he definitely didn't do anything for his own benefit. I don't think he was doing anything he didn't want to cause this, and he obviously didn't foresee this happening. But yeah, destroy him. Let's go. Battle time.
Entirely different. I'd like to suggest an alternate approach.
Once before, I offered you peace. If you had not been so arrogant, you could have returned to your homeland with a fleet of...
What is his alternate choice? They're still attacking. You can see it happening behind them. You know, I agree with the approach of killing them all at this point. You've tried multiple times to make peace with them. You've tried to get along with them after you freed the slaves. I think just killing them all is fine. That would be my idea. Now, I do agree with Tyrion. You know, you don't want to kill off the loyal citizens. You know, you don't want to have them die based upon your plan. But I guess what he's saying is if you go and destroy their cities, you know, yeah, the masters rule the cities, but you'd be killing any slaves they still have. You'd be killing anybody that doesn't agree with their mindset. You know, it's if you're wiping out a whole city, you're wiping out everyone. You know, it's not just the people that are your enemy. So hopefully he has a good alternative choice, but I don't know what that is. I hope he can think of it and do it quickly, because his last choice, giving 7 years to end slavery, did not go well.
My reign has just begun.
She gonna let the other dragons out? Because I think they could use the help. You know, you don't want to get your dragons killed. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna do a lot of damage. They've got 3 dragons. I mean, she's got the extra armies as well. I don't know what the plan is still. I mean, I assume you gotta let the dragons out, and then, I mean, they can take care of some of the ships. Anybody that's boarded the beach, you know, you can take them out with your armies. I don't know. There's a lot going on, though. I'm so glad we're back here, though. I was afraid that we weren't get to see what happens till next season, which was just not something I wanted to have happen. So I'm very glad that we're back here at this part. Yep. Here we go. They need to slaughter all those gold mask people, all of them, every single one of them, because they're out there killing innocent civilians. It's just not cool. It's not cool. They need to slaughter them all. But here we go.
Dracarys.
I do have to say, though, it took them quite a long time to destroy this one ship. So they're still going to have a lot of casualties. They're still going to have a lot of people dead. I mean, hopefully they can destroy the ships faster than that. Maybe we just had a longer bit of that because they wanted to showcase what they're doing. But it took a good 20, 30 seconds for that ship to sink. And I don't know, that's a lot of time that, you know, in the meantime, your city's being destroyed by all the other ships.
Thank you for the Armada. Our queen does love ships. Now, last time we spoke, we made a pact. You violated that pact. You declared war upon us. Though our queen does have a forgiving nature, this cannot be forgiven.
Our queen insists that one of you must die.
Nice. Nice. Very good. Very good. Very good. We'll see what this third guy does. I mean, maybe he has to die too. I don't know. Is he really an Outborn? Is he really not one of them? I mean, he was certainly acting like he was one of them just a moment ago when they had soldiers and they're winning. We're getting a 2-for-1. We're getting a 2-for-1. 2 battles, 1 episode. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I wouldn't mind seeing more of the dragons, though, destroying the ships. But I guess we've seen that. We're done with that. We're moving on. But, yeah, here we go. Jon Snow, Sansa Stark. Let's see what happens. You know that they're not going to come to terms with them. The evil guy, the bastard that killed his own father. I mean, there's no you can't reason with crazy. There's not going to be an agreement, nothing. It's going to be a full-on war. We already know that. So let's watch.
You don't have the men, you don't have the horses, and you don't have Winterfell. Why lead those poor souls into slaughter? There's no need for a battle. Get off your horse. Kneel. I'm a man of mercy.
Well, that's new to me, Ramsay. A man of mercy, you say? No, you are a cunning individual that kills your own father and will kill anybody else you well please. Not a man of mercy. Definitely not. Oh, I can't stand this guy.
Let's end this the old way. You against me.
I keep hearing stories about you, bastard. The way people in the north talk about you, you're the greatest swordsman who ever walked.
Sleep well.
She's a fine woman, your sister.
It is interesting, though. You know, I definitely wouldn't want to fight for a leader that wouldn't be willing to fight for me. You know? Very tactful way to put it, John. And also just very true. You know? You don't want to fight for a leader that's not going to put himself at risk on your behalf. You don't want to, like, you can't. That's just a bad situation. Bad situation. On the same token, it makes sense that Ramsay would not be willing to throw away. Like, why would he put his position at risk for a 1v1 when he has more soldiers? But, you know, I don't like Ramsay. Obviously, I want Jon to win. But, you know, let's hope we don't see Jon Snow die again. I'm really hoping she did send to Peter Baelish, but I don't know how many men he has. You know, is it even going to be enough? They got the wildlings. They've got the very small. What was it? 64 members from that one house. So I don't know. I don't know. It's not looking good, but hopefully they have a plan rather than trying to come to agreement with him. Surely they would have known ahead of time that they could not come to any kind of understanding with the devil. I mean, just look at him. He does a great job acting. The actor does a great job, but if I saw him in real life, I wouldn't even say hi. I'd walk the other way. Not dealing with him. I know it's acting, but my goodness, not dealing with that.
We'll find out soon enough. In the morning, then. Bastard.
I love how he keeps calling him a bastard like he's not a bastard himself. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Come on. I don't know. Like, he sees himself as above that, but he is the same. So, oh, this episode's called Battle of the Bastards. What do you know? What do you know? I should have looked at that to start with, and then I would have known we were getting a 2-for-1.
A pincer move. They won't be able to hit us from the sides.
Good.
It's crucial that we let them charge at us.
If Ramsay wins, I'm not going back there alive. Do you understand me?
I won't ever let him touch you again. I'll protect you, I promise.
No one can protect me.
Yeah, that's not really a good thing to promise there, because I get it. He wasn't around Sansa. You know, he didn't know. I mean, it's all Peter Baelish's fault, really. You know, so it's interesting. I don't know if he would be able to help in any way. I don't know if I definitely can't trust him. You know, but he's cunning. He's Kai. You know, he's. I don't know. I don't know. It's just there's a lot going on. I feel for Sansa. I mean, I understand her thought process of, you know, she's never going back ever, you know, even if that means terrible things to her, like her dying. You know, she's not going back to Ramsay. And as much as that pains me to think of Sansa dying, I can understand where she's coming from, and I don't think she should go back. You know, I don't think that is ever an option. I agree with her thought process of her brother is not going to live very long. You know, yeah, they showed that they had the wolf, but how do they know that their brother's even still alive at this point? I don't know. Ramsay, I you know, expect the unexpected. Yeah, I mean, it's common sense kind of thing, but you know, each side wants the other side to make a mistake, but she's right though. Like, she doesn't know what he's going to do, but she knows whatever Jon thinks he's going to do, he's not going to do. So I don't know. We'll just have to keep watching.
No one can protect anyone.
Ooh. That hurt.
Maybe that was our mistake, believing in kings.
Jon Snow's not a king.
No, he's not.
I need a good drink to help me sleep the night before a fight. You want some? I have a jug of sour goat's milk. Stronger than any of that grape water you southern twats like sucking on.
Oh, thanks. It does sound delicious, but I better keep a clear head. I can never sleep the night before a battle.
So what do you do all night?
I walk. Think and walk. Think and walk until I'm far enough away from camp that no one can hear me shitting my guts out.
Happy shitting.
An unlikely friendship is born. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Both great characters, both great guys. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. It is interesting to think about, you know. Maybe they're wrong putting their faith behind a king. I do like his point, Jon Snow is not a king. There's a lot to think about, and they don't have much time. They said the battle's tomorrow morning. It's probably going to happen tonight. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I doubt that both sides are just going to sit there calmly waiting for the other side to do something. I don't think Ramsay's going to stay behind his walls, even though he probably should. You know, I'd love to see Jon Snow or anybody put a sword through Ramsay. That would be ideal. But as we've seen with this show, we don't always get what we want. It doesn't always turn out the way we'd like it to. It's an emotional roller coaster is what it is. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. Obviously, I know I keep saying I don't know. Gus, you can continue drinking. Thank you. But the one thing I do know is to expect the unexpected, like Sansa says. So I don't think it's going through the night. I think the battle will be at night. I don't think they're going to make it through the morning. I don't know who's going to start or what's going to happen, but I really think someone's going to attack at night. That's what I foresee happening.
If the Lord didn't want me to bring you back, how did I bring you back? I have no power. Only what he gives me, and he gave me you.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe you're only needed for this small part of his plan and nothing else. Maybe he brought you here to die again.
What kind of god would do something like that?
The one we've got.
That was always a tough discussion. Death, God, religion in general. It was always something like when you describe like what you believe and why you believe it and stuff. A lot of times people bring up, well, why does God let bad things happen? Especially bad things happen to good people like Jon Snow, Why was he allowed to die and then be brought back? It is interesting to think about. I don't really have an answer for that. I have my own personal beliefs and things with Christianity, but I'm not, I didn't create this YouTube channel to preach at people. Obviously if anyone wants to discuss, I'm always willing. But I'm not here to preach at people and that's just not what I'm about. But I am open, I'm willing to discuss, but not in a preachy manner. That being said, I can fully understand John's trouble grasping why the Lord of Light or the God of Light would allow for him to die and be brought back, especially if it was just for the sake of him then dying again. That would be something I would have a hard time understanding. But the thing is, anybody that's ever been brought back from the dead, which has happened, at least specifically in the Bible, but anybody that brings back, or even the people that the doctors bring back, their heart stops working, they get it working again. Medically speaking, they were dead for usually just minutes, but they were dead or considered dead, medically speaking. Everybody that's been brought back dies again. So it's just the hard truth. Everybody dies. Nobody outlives life, It's challenging, and I the biggest thing going on with me right now, my cat Jumbles, she's not sitting in here right now, but she's 20 years old. She's really starting to struggle. I've gone to the vet a couple times, but I think maybe the vet is tired of me. So her blood works good and everything, but she's just getting old. She's 20 years old. I just don't want her to suffer. I don't want her to suffer, but her blood works good. Everything's good, but she's just doing less and less. She won't do the stairs anymore. The thing that hurts me the most is she won't climb in her bed anymore. And it's not far off the ground or anything, But the reason it bothers me is just because she used to love the bed. She loved being in the bed and everything. And now she just finds it too challenging to even climb into her bed. So it's tough. It's tough. Obviously, it's just as tough, if not tougher, with people, friends, family, loved ones. Yeah. This episode has it all. Battles, gore, thought-provoking times. It's good. It's a good episode. I'm enjoying it so far. And shout out again to Ramsey. I cannot stand that guy. I've seen him, like, he's just the epitome of evil. and the actor is brilliant at it, almost frightfully so. You know, it's like one of those characters, like, they do such a great job that if you were to see them in real life, like, I wouldn't approach them. Like, I realize it's just a character, I realize it's just an act, but damn, you know, they really sell their character. You know, it's just not something. I don't know, and I don't know what else he's done or what he's done since Game of Thrones, but yeah, I mean, this character, I mean, you know what I mean, right? Like, you should know exactly what I mean. Like, it's just unbearable to watch sometimes. Wow. Does he know? Does he know she was burned at the stake? Like, I'm wondering if his findings, like, if that answered his questions, or if he hasn't put it together yet. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to kill the lady in red if he puts it together, because it was her doing. Yeah, her father had a lot to do with it as well. You know, he's guilty as well. Her mother felt really guilty. I mean, hence why she killed herself. But it wouldn't surprise me at all. In fact, I would be surprised if he puts together that the lady in red put that little girl to the death, burned her to a stake as a sacrifice. I would not be surprised as well at all. Or I would be surprised if he does not react by trying to kill the lady in red. But I don't know if him finding that put two and two together. I mean, you would think maybe, but he wasn't there, you know? So, I don't know. But here we are, back to Lord Tyrion, the most famous dwarf in the world.
Last time we saw each other was at Winterfell, yes? You were making jokes about my height, I seem to recall.
They made it! Well, that was fast. They travel quickly. They got a lot of ships, so... He still doesn't look well, but hopefully he's doing better. He's had a rough time of it.
With you.
I'm not fit to rule.
We can agree upon that, at least.
Has the Iron Islands ever had a queen before?
No more than Westeros.
Our uncle Euron returned home after a long absence.
No more.
Hawk Tui, spit on that thing. Sorry. But anyways, so interesting. I mean, 100 ships, you know, with the Masters ships as well. I mean, that's good. And Yara's not forcing her a massive cock. Sounds like a win-win. They're getting independence, and they're going to assist. It is kind of looking like an island of misfits. You know what I mean? They've got some slaves, or used to be slaves. They've got, I mean, they've got it all, you know? A little bit of everything all coming together. Very intriguing. They're getting bigger and better. I just, you know, I'm thinking about all the other folks, you know, all the other sides. I don't think there's enough combined to take out 3 dragons with this big of armies and different groups of people all siding together. It's like a monopoly of wars. That doesn't make any sense, but it does in my head. You know how they, like, businesses are a monopoly because they buy out all the other businesses, and then they get to set all the prices because they own all the stuff in the industry. That's what this feels like. You know, Khaleesi is having a monopoly against all other sides, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but we'll see. I'm also curious what Lord Varys is up to. I'd like to see more of him. You know, I'm glad Yara and her brother made it there safely, but at the same time, I don't know, this group's getting bigger and bigger. I don't know. They might be the Game of Thrones winner here at the end. Probably not this season, but you know, at the end of all the seasons. Okay, what I see is a bunch of scared men. They don't even look like soldiers. They don't look well trained. I don't know. I don't know. They just look run down, and they haven't even had a battle yet. I don't know. This is not looking good for Jon Snow and his men, and Sansa. Who are they cooking? Cooking up some bodies over there. Leave it to Ramsay. Who knows? Could be anybody. Could be the Stark boy too. Yeah. I was just about to say it. I was going to say, how much do you want to bet that at the end of that rope is the Stark boy? That's him, isn't it? He looks older now. Jeez, it's been a while. Yeah, I figured. What, is he just going to take him out and slaughter him in front of Jon and Sansa? Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. That way he makes Jon angry and makes him make mistakes. Okay. Yeah, I thought he was going to slaughter him. He still might. He still could. Expect the unexpected. I don't know. He might have people sneaking around behind them. He could have a lot of things up his sleeves. And this is just all a distraction. You know, that would make sense to me. You know, oh, we'll release him and let him start walking towards you while we then take out your armies. He's not just going to let him go free. He's just not going to do it. He has a plan. This guy is evil. He's got demons on his side. I don't know if he really does. I mean, if anything, Jon does with the Lady in Red. But that's the Lord of Light. So, I don't know. I don't know what drives Ramsay other than gore and women and abuse and bleh.
The sooner you make it to him, the sooner you get to see him again. That's it. That's the game.
I knew he was gonna play a game. Was he gonna release the dogs while he's running? What's his game here? Oh man, he's so evil. He's so cunning and woo.
Easy. Ready? Go. No, you have to run, remember? Those are the rules.
Don't do it, Jon. Oh, come on, Jon. I mean, I guess what else is he going to do? He can't just sit there and watch his brother get killed. I knew he had something up his sleeve. Plot twist, he's not going to aim at Jon's brother. He's going to aim at Jon. Plot twist. Well, there you have it. I was wrong. But now Jon's out there in the open. You know, you can't really fault Jon for going out there to try to save his brother. Was it stupid? Yes. Because now they'll either kill Jon or they'll capture Jon. And what's an army without a leader? There's a couple other guys in that army, though, that could stand up, take the lead. But will everybody listen when it's not your original leader? I don't know. I don't know. Well, yeah. Just sitting here staring at his brother dying. Another Stark gone. No! I'm disappointed. I'm not surprised. Are all those arrows at Jon? Looks like it. I'm not surprised that he's going after them, but there goes his plan, you know? Sansa was right. Jon's going to play into Ramsay's plan. It's not going to be the other way around. And Jon's playing right into it. Jon's playing right into it. Can you blame him? Not necessarily, but he's playing a game. He's playing Ramsay's game. Damn. Good thing Jon's men charged when they did. Good thing Jon's men charged when they did. Good call. Good call. Jon still made a mistake, though. He didn't allow them to come to them like they originally wanted and originally planned for. What's the point in building the trenches, you know, if you're not going to utilize them? I just, you know, I want to have stuff to say, but it's just intense. I just got to watch it play out in front of me. You know, nothing I'm going to say is going to change what's going to happen in this episode. Unfortunate. And obviously I'm not, you know, I've never been in a battle. I never served in the military, so I don't necessarily have that military mindset. But you can just see everything, like everything that's happening is playing into what Ramsay wants. Everything. Ramsay's just going to kill all the cavalry. Both sides of the cavalry. He's got the men to spare. He doesn't care. And he also doesn't care about the individual, you know? It's tough. It's tough. I don't know if Jon's going to make it out of this. I mean, this is ridiculous. They're just right out there. He's playing into Ramsay. He's just doing whatever Ramsay wants to have happen. But I'm not surprised. I think Ramsay's just going to kill all his own men, too. He doesn't care. All the cavalry is going to be dead. But one less thing for him to worry about. Ramsay does.
We may as well be taking shits back here. Follow!
Yeah, this ain't going well. Battle of the Bastards. This episode should have been called Slaughter of the Bastards or something. I mean, this is not a battle. This is just a slaughter fest. It's unfortunate. I mean, I get what they're saying. You know, what's the good in staying back there if they're not going to shoot the arrows? But I mean, now they're all just going to be slaughtered. I mean, have you seen how many people are dead out there? And you guys are going to run out there too and get slaughtered by all those arrows? Like, it's a very small percentage of Ramsay's men that died. I mean, the cavalry, yes, but everybody else is still back behind the battlegrounds, you know? and they're just killing them with the arrows. And now these guys are going to run out there and get slaughtered too. I mean, I understand, you know, you can't just sit there and watch all your men die, but what good are you going to do? Look at that. I mean, you've got maybe 100 men, probably not even. Maybe 50. I don't know. The slaughter of the bastard. I thought maybe they were going to take him captured. They're not going to capture them. They're just going to kill them. Oh, man, they don't have any more soldiers. They don't have any more soldiers. I mean, Sansa's uncle, I mean, he's dead. But maybe their men are coming. But who knows if they'll arrive in time. Hopefully she said something to Peter Baelish. But who knows if they'll come at all. Or if they will, who knows if they'll get there in time. I mean, this is, you know, are we really going to have multiple times where a battle is basically at the end and then somebody comes in and saves the day? I mean, it happened with the Lannisters. With the Lord Lannister, you know, coming in, saving his daughter and his family and his grandson. Is it going to happen again in this scenario with Jon Snow? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. This is just a gore fest now. It's like Saw. Saw the guy climbing up I'm not going to put it in, but saw the guy climbing up the dead people with no legs. Then the one guy laying there, blood coming out of his mouth saying, "Help me." It's like watching a Saw episode. It's just a blood fest. I mean, I get it. You know, it makes sense that, you know, they're all just being slaughtered. It's just a bit much. I'm not saying it's over the top. I'm saying it's tough to watch is what I'm saying. Yeah, it's tough to watch. I've seen a lot of blood in jail and like real blood. So seeing this on the screen and stuff, it just kind of messes with your head. At least my head brings up memories of jail when I worked in jail. But, you know, there was a lot of fighting. I mean, obviously not with swords and spears, but still a lot of blood. Some of it self-inflicted, too. Not mine, but I did bleed when I was in jail. Anyways, yeah, we all bleed. We'll keep watching, of course, but yeah, this is like you know, it's funny. Last episode, I'm all like, "Oh, the violence," you know, woo! And now this episode, man, it's getting to me. It's a bit brutal, you know. They're just slaughtering everybody. Everybody's dying. It's just nonstop chaos. Yeah. This is, ooh. It's reality, though. You know, it's part of reality. There's a lot to unpack there. You know, I thought someone was going to come in, save the day. No. Jon's being trampled alive right now. I mean, that might be the best place for him, underneath a dead body. You know, if everybody thinks you're dead, but everybody's focused on the people running. Man, this is intense, guys. This is brutal. Yes, I realize being buried alive by dead bodies is not the best for you after I said that. But my reasoning behind saying that is because if he's up fighting, everybody up moving around is getting slaughtered right now. They don't have enough men. I mean, and they barely have anyone left, you know? It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I just don't know who's going to make it. I don't know who's going to live. I don't know who's going to die. It looks like everybody's going to die. But they played right into Ramsay's hands. They did. I mean, I don't blame Jon. I don't blame them for what's happening, but it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. It's very brutal. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, man. That's the way to be a wildling. That's the way to do it. Heck yeah. At least take him out with you. Heck yeah. Yeah, he was just abusing him. Good for him. Biting off his jugular. That's good. That's good. I don't know whose horn that is. Is it the savior I've been hoping for? Someone come charging in? I don't know. I don't know. But heck yeah, bite off his jugular. Yeah! Yes! Yes! Oh my goodness. Very good. Very good. Now slaughter Ramsay, yeah? Yeah? Let's do it. Come on, Peter. I know you got it in you. I know Sansa's definitely got it in her. Peter Baelish making an appearance. Barely in time. Barely. Oh, man. Thank goodness things are turning around. This has been brutal. Ah, jeez. Can you imagine how lucky you would be to, like, they're going through telling everybody who's going out to war? Okay, and you're going to stay and protect the castle. Yes! Winner, winner, chicken dinner! I mean, at this point, though, I mean, now you got work coming for you, but at least you weren't out there getting slaughtered with your own soldiers' arrows. Oh, I'm glad we're moving on from that. That was pretty tough. That was pretty tough. Ooh.
You suggested one-on-one combat, didn't you? I've reconsidered.
Oh, you think? You think? Man, that's too bad about the giant. He was a good guy. He didn't say much, but he was a good fighter. He's reconsidered one-on-one combat. Jon better not take him up on it at this point. But Jon's made a bunch of mistakes, so maybe... It's like he looked at Sansa. You want to get some hits in on this guy? I bet she does. Heck yeah. 1-on-1 combat. You can tell Ramsay's not that great of a fighter. Jeez, when it really comes down to it. Nobody else was throwing arrows at him, and he couldn't even take out Jon Snow 1-on-1. Yeah. Yeah, I hope he's dead. If he's not dead, they better kill him. The three that I wanted to live was the gentleman we just saw, and the wildling leader, and Jon Snow. Obviously Sansa Stark, Peter Baelish, yeah, all those people. But he's still holding that thing he made for that girl. He knows. He knows.
Down. 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 Down.
Fitting way for him to die. Fitting way for him to die. That's not how you treat animals, you know. They'll be much better taken care of by the Starks. The Starks took care of their wolves, and the wolves were loyal, and they didn't have to starve them for 7 days. Yeah, that whole episode was pretty jarring. Lots of blood and gore. We made it, though. I'm going to watch the behind the scenes. Might lighten the mood a little bit. And then I will edit this, wrap up my thoughts, and let you know what I think. Also, I didn't mention at the beginning, but I do want to mention this. Today, July 4th, Thursday, is Independence Day here in the United States. So if you are celebrating Independence Day in the United States, happy Independence Day. If not, happy 4th of July to anybody else outside this country. You know, hopefully you have a wonderful day. If it's a holiday, enjoy your holiday. If it is not, enjoy your Thursday. Thanks so much. See you in just a moment.
Just to feel the kind of randomness of it, where there's arrows falling from everywhere, people are getting killed, people are getting trampled by horses, and so much of it's just luck. Jon Snow is a very skilled combatant, but part of the reason he survives this battle is just he gets lucky. Yeah, I think that's a really good point. You know, when there's just arrows falling from the sky, I mean, it's kind of left up to chance at that point, who's going to die and who's not. You know, at that point in the battle, yeah, it doesn't matter how skilled you are. When there's hundreds of arrows just falling down from the sky, it is about luck. Or one could argue it's the Lord of Light allowing him to survive that battle. But that's very intriguing. It was brilliantly done. You know, like I said in the episode, you know, I did struggle with watching it, but I wouldn't have wanted it to be done any differently. I don't think it should have been done with less blood, because that's how battles were, especially medieval type battles. You know, it's just, I mean, any battle even nowadays is bloody, you know. So I think they did a really good job of it, and yeah, it was tough to watch, but it was well worth watching.
Version of the battle all took place on the battlefield, but it was the battle for Winterfell. As we talked it through, it started to occur to us that the episode is really about bringing things home for Jon, have him fight for his home in his home.
Hello there, you've made it to the end of the video. Nothing more to add other than my quote-unquote complaints about the blood. It wasn't really a complaint. I think they did it. I think they did a great job. I don't think there should have been any less gore. I don't think they needed more gore either, but I think it was just the perfect episode.
It was very well done, very thought through as well. We saw in the behind the scenes, how they studied different battles and different medieval battles, Civil War battles, and really took their time to consider how to make it come across on the screen, and it came across wonderfully. It was a great episode, probably the best episode in the series thus far, I would argue, or at least top 5. It was incredible, and it also had a satisfying ending, and that just makes it even better. So I won't keep you too much longer. Obviously, normal stuff. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe if you're new. But more importantly, just enjoy your week, enjoy your day. Happy Independence Day, 4th of July. If you're not from the United States and you're not celebrating, that's okay. I still hope you have a great week. So I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry, I know it was a long episode, but I think this episode deserved the length that it got. Hopefully I'll be able to post most of this without too many more edits, but we shall see. But there you have it. Game of Thrones. Y'all take care. Bye.
Thank you.